the heir to the throne. The film opens in the final days of King Solomon's reign. The once glorious kingdom of Israel is now burdened by heavy taxes, forced labor, and growing discontent among the tribes, especially in the north. Solomon, though still revered for his wisdom, is a shadow of his former self, grappling with the consequences of his own policies and alliances. Rehoboam, Solomon's son with an Egyptian princess, is introduced as the heir apparent. Raised in the splendor of his father's court, Rehoboam is portrayed as a man accustomed to luxury but lacking the deep wisdom and spiritual devotion of his father. He is eager to prove himself as a strong ruler, but his arrogance and sense of entitlement are evident. With Solomon's death, Rehoboam ascends to the throne, and the people of Israel look to him with a mixture of hope and apprehension. The young king inherits a kingdom on the brink of division, and his early actions will determine the fate of the nation. The crucial decision soon after Rehoboam's coronation, representatives of the northern tribes, led by Jeroboam, approach the new king in Shechem with a request. They ask him to lighten the heavy burdens imposed by Solomon. Rehoboam, unsure of how to respond, consults two groups of advisors. The elders, who served his father, advise him to speak kindly to the people and reduce their burdens, promising that this will win their loyalty. However, Rehoboam's younger advisors, his peers who grew up with him in the luxury of the court, urge him to assert his authority by increasing the people's burdens, showing them who is in charge. Rehoboam, seeking to prove his strength and fearing he will appear weak, follows the advice of the younger men. In a dramatic scene, Rehoboam delivers a harsh response to the people: "My father made your yoke heavy, I will make it even heavier. My father scourged you with whips, I will scourge you with scorpions." This fateful decision marks the turning point in the film. The division of the kingdom. Rehoboam's response ignites a rebellion among the northern tribes, who reject his rule and proclaim Jeroboam as their king. The once united kingdom of Israel is now split into two: the northern kingdom of Israel, with its capital in Samaria, and the southern kingdom of Judah, with Jerusalem remaining under Rehoboam's control. The film vividly portrays the chaos and heartbreak of the kingdom's division. Families are torn apart, and long-standing alliances are shattered. Rehoboam, realizing the gravity of his mistake, attempts to muster an army to force the northern tribes back into submission. However, God sends the prophet Shemaiah to warn Rehoboam against waging war against his own people, declaring that the division is God's will as a consequence of Solomon's sins. Reluctantly, Rehoboam calls off the attack, but the damage is done. The struggles of a divided kingdom. Rehoboam's reign in Judah is marked by continuous struggles. The film depicts his attempts to fortify his kingdom, building strongholds and cities to defend against potential invasions from Israel and other neighboring nations. However, the unity and strength that characterized his grandfather David's reign are gone. Rehoboam's kingdom is soon threatened by an invasion from Egypt under Pharaoh Shishak, who sees an opportunity in Israel's weakened state. Jerusalem is sacked, and the treasures of Solomon's temple and palace are taken. Rehoboam's pride is further shattered as he is forced to replace the gold shields of Solomon's time with bronze ones, symbolizing the decline of the kingdom. The film also explores Rehoboam's personal life, including his numerous marriages and the political alliances they represent. Despite these efforts, Rehoboam's reign is overshadowed by the consequences of his initial failure to unite the kingdom.